Welcome. And welcome back to the Amara Ritual Podcast. For those who might be new here, my name is Chelsea. I am an intuitive channel and a spiritual mentor. And this podcast, was created essentially to act as a bridge to share intuitive downloads and messages, but also insights and unfoldments and stories along my way as well. To resonate with you, with those who are on a similar journey. I say a similar journey, essentially, I guess we're all on this, we're all in this together. But as we move through this immensely transformational time, we truly are shifting from one era into the next. And I am continually reminded the magnitude of this time. So, welcome. How's everyone doing? And I think a lot of us can probably relate to this feeling of being the black sheep. I saw an image today. It was like this black sheep, and he was in like this giant group of white sheep all around him. And I want to speak on this feeling of, if you felt like you may not have always fit in to our society's conditions or conditioning, right? Or ways of being. And it doesn't have to be all of them, right? Maybe it's just some or parts or areas, but if you felt that way, and if you felt like there can be a better way, like it doesn't have to be this way, that's because you're not meant to fit in. You are meant to be this black sheep, right? And so when I think about that and how I want to show up and serve, it's like I keep coming back to this feeling of authenticity. And so many of us are feeling called to just be more authentic, take off the layers and the veils, and just how liberating does that feel? I sat down to record this podcast and I thought, what if I try not editing this time? What if I allow there to be space in the pauses? What if I'm okay with allowing my words to slip and maybe not knowing exactly what to say in an instant? And allowing that rawness to be part of the medicine, right? Especially as we are in a very pivotal time where, there's a lot of artificial ways of being. Again, I can't find the word, but I feel our souls are craving authenticity at this time. Sure, like AI and like playing and like exploring with that, it doesn't mean it's bad, right? I mean, I have a ring light on right now. I am artificially affecting the light in my space. But at the same time, it's like finding a balance within it all. Truly, right? Allowing there to be more authenticity in who we are. And I felt that, and I just felt these weights lifted off of me. I felt so freeing, because in many ways I think that, like, if we're trying to meet this feeling of perfection, or trying to fit into a narrative or a box, or conform to who society wants us to be at a certain time and when and how and where, it's exhausting. Especially when that goes against everything that we are meant to be and meant to embody. And so no more conforming. Your expression, your creativity, your personality, like, I'm just seeing this image like consciousness is tired of being put in a box. It's busting through. And I feel that so many of us have been trying to fit into this mold, and when in reality, we are the ones who are here to literally be the bridge. You are literally the bridge. Like, I feel actually emotional as I say that. And I think that, we are truly, it's like I think about, as we move through this shift, this shift in consciousness, this shift in energetic frequency that we're all experiencing. I just am continually amazed by the layers and layers that go deeper and deeper and deeper into this expanding awareness. And it always comes back to the most simple and authentic and heart-led ways of being. And it's really profound. So yeah, I wrote down, your time is now. Your time is now. And it's interesting because, I'm actually being shown this experience when I was in my 20s, and I worked at this neighborhood bar and restaurant, and at the time I thought it was fun, and it was a saloon. And I remember at the time my coworker, she said, "You're too nice. You're too nice to everyone. You just need to have more of a backbone. You're just too nice." And I sat there and I thought, I don't quite understand why being too nice is a bad thing. I do understand that it's important to have boundaries, but just because someone's nice doesn't mean they don't have boundaries, right? Long story short, that's one example of how, in many ways growing up, people thought that I should behave or act a certain way. And now, as we move through this shift, now as I have began, healing and discovering more about myself and each other, and, really expanding in my frequency and in my heart space, I am understanding, oh, you were always meant to live in your heart. You being too quote unquote nice was actually you being a kind person, an empathetic person. And that's who you were always meant to be. And that you were living and operating within a hardened culture or a hardened workplace, right? So you weren't meant to conform. You were meant to shine your light. And maybe that's a strange example. I don't know. It's just the one example that came through, right? And I think about it a lot. So we really are. We are here, and it doesn't mean that, we have it all figured out and we have all the answers, but it's like we are evolving, and a lot of the souls who are here at this time, we came here with a purpose, right? We came here with a soul purpose, but we came here within this greater orchestration, right, of all of the souls here, all of the beings and the plants and all of consciousness at this time, right? And so we each have a role to play. And a lot of us souls who are here at this time came here to be the cycle breakers. And this isn't a hierarchical, I don't mean this to be hierarchical at all. It's just every soul is within their own evolution, right? And some souls came here at this time to help in this shift. Every soul came here at this time to be a part of this shift. Every soul. Some of us may be moving through our remembrance journey at different times. Some of us, I'm seeing like holding each other's hands as we cross this bridge, like, come on, baby, I got you, let's go. I'm crossing this bridge too. And, you know, the next group will follow. And it's just like this continuation, this waves, right, of people remembering. And so no, it's not to say there's a hierarchy, but I do believe that many of us souls who came here at this time, we carry a lot of these memories within our consciousness, right? We have these innate knowings and this wisdom and this expression that has always been with us, right? But maybe now it's coming more alive. It's busting out of the box. I don't know why I'm getting that box analogy, but I'm going with it. So yeah, I took some notes before we got on, and I'm gonna just share here. Yeah, tipping point. You know, humanity really is at this tipping point, this culmination point. And I'm seeing this image of a figure eight and or an infinity symbol. And while some people are over here on the left and other people are here on the right, you know, maybe some people are in the middle. Essentially, we are converging right here in the middle, right? And we are moving from one cycle into the next, right? So we carry these codes, we carry this wisdom as these way showers who are walking as these embodied bridges into this next era. So, congratulations. If you feel like the black sheep, you're right on time. If you feel like everything in your world is shifting and changing from your inner being, your thoughts, your beliefs, to your external world and ways of being, congratulations, you are right on time. And yeah, we are really, it's less of a time to conform and more of a time to be that which is needed, right? To be that which is wanting to come through us. So truly, it's like, you know, when I say that, like when I say like being, embodying who you are, like what does that even mean, right? And, you know, I think that many people believe like, oh, I need to know my purpose and what I'm meant to do for work. And yes, our purpose and our soul's calling for many of us is related to the work that we do, right? And it also is, our purpose is who we are. That's our purpose, truly. And from that place of who we are, it extends to these different aspects of our life, including our career. It can be one aspect, right? It can be in our family, it can be in our communities, it can be in our day-to-day habits and the way that we feel about ourselves and the way that we communicate with others. And so our purpose is who we are, and everything else is underneath that umbrella. So let's tune in here. Let's see what messages want to come through and go from there. Okay. Yeah. So I am hearing like we are the ones we've been waiting for, and I'm seeing this image of this blossoming butterfly. And like I was saying earlier, hearing like now is our time. Now is your time to rise, right? Not to sink down, but to rise in who you are. and who you came here to be. I'm seeing this image of this magnetic sun, this bright, bright star. And I'm hearing that we all carry this within us. It's radiating here from the heart. And that if you ever feel a little lost on your journey, if you ever feel overwhelmed, that this is our anchor. Like, allow that to be our anchor at this time. Truly, because that will show you the way. That will show us the way. I know real talk can sometimes feel a little overwhelmed in it all. Sometimes I feel like I can be like, what did I sign up for? Why am I here? What do you want me to do? What is all of this? I'm literally like walking a path and I can only see 1 or 2 steps ahead. But that feeling of like, come back into your heart. Allow that to be your compass at this time, right? So remembering, like, we are the ones that we've been waiting for. And this image of all around the world, these suns or lights lighting up, like the flower of life is how it's being shown. And it's all over millions, billions, right? Of people, of beings that are embodying their light, right? It's not an exclusively mutual soul experience, even though sometimes it feels that way, right? And so, yeah, the more lights that turn on, the more lights that will continually, exponentially turn on as well. And that's the shift. That's the shift we're moving into. We are expanding, not only in our conscious awareness, but we are expanding in our frequency, and we are embodying more of this source consciousness in our physical body, The way that I'm shown is that consciousness works in cycles. We are moving from one cycle into the next and coming out of this more so darker age and moving into these higher frequencies where this darker age cannot resonate with where we're going, right? So it just naturally has to fall away. But the fall away can feel like it's crumbling, right? It feels that way. And it's not just happening outside of us externally, it's also happening within. So yes, you've came here and you've always maybe felt like the black sheep, like, why are they doing it this way? It doesn't have to be this way. I don't understand. I don't understand. And that's because you are here to anchor in this next era that we are headed into. So we are not only here to tap into that bright sun light emitting from within, but to truly be the change that we came here to be. And you don't have to lead a movement, right? It's in your everyday moments, in how you interact with yourself and others, in the way that you show up for your friends, for your family, the way that you cook, the way that you garden, the way that you express yourself, the way that you speak up, the way that you look at the trees and the plants and the flowers in awe, the way that you walk through life holding and emitting this frequency. That is it. And it's like I'm seeing, like, it's greater than you could ever comprehend. It's greater than we can even see or know on this like energetic and quantum capacity, right? It's like the ripple effect I don't know if we'll fully understand the magnitude of that, right? But yeah, truly healing generations. And so be easy on yourself. Be easy on yourself. And be proud of who you are. So I'm going to pull a card, and I'm going to try and do this one-handed because I am holding this mic. This is the first time I've done it this way. If only you could see what's happening right now. One-handed shuffle. All right. Let's see. The wolf. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna look this up again. One-handed, the wolf. We are not gonna edit this out. We are going for it, you guys. T, U, V, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. The wolf. Guardian of family and tribe. Activism. Ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching. Okay, baby. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Being the black sheep. In a room of white sheep. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following. Embrace all, exclude none. So when in balance, reliable, democratic, and fearless. When out of balance, judgmental, dominating. Wow, that's interesting. And also quite beautiful because it's like, not only can we relate to that feeling of being the black sheep, but also like, how are we showing up in terms of, are we judging others for their authenticity, right? Like, are we giving out the same that we wish to receive in return, right? I'm hearing pull one more. One-handed card pull. The starfish. I like this little guy. Okay. The starfish. Let's see here. Beautiful, alluring, superficial or shallow. Oh God. That's like too complete. Okay, so the starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. Literally conforming, seeking perfection, trying to fit into a box. Wow. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? When in balance, uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, gossips and feels empty. Well, there you have it. Yeah. I didn't expect those cards, but I also feel they do relate to this topic, right? This theme of authenticity, feeling able to be our most authentic selves, not only for us, but for the greater whole. And yeah, it's like not conforming to people please or, fit into these old versions of ourselves or these crumbling conditions or conditioning of society. And yeah, be the badass wolf humanitarian activists that we are, and really embody who we came here to be. So sending you all so much love. And for anyone looking for some extra support along their path, I do offer intuitive guidance sessions as well as one-on-one mentorship. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Leave a comment if this video inspired you or resonated, and I will see you soon.